Hi there, I'm back. It's September 2024, and I want to tell you what the market looks like for August, just like I've done for every other month for the last 3 or 4 years now. If you're curious about any of these previous reports and updates, you can go to my website, www.resluxurygroup.com, and under resources and market stats, you can pull all of the historical reports. I have a problem, honestly, with statistics, right? Because I always say the statistics can show essentially whatever somebody wants them to show based upon the data that's being used to formulate the stats. So I give you each month the numbers that I show for residential real estate within our Citrus County MLS, and I give you my interpretation of what those numbers mean, what may be on the horizon, what we're seeing locally, and just so that you have some concept of what's going on in the real estate market. The reality, though, is you could talk to a handful of different real estate agents and probably get different answers from each one to a degree. So today I want to just give you some very specific and factual changes so you can see what's happened from last month to this month, talking about the biggest movers and let you do some of your own interpretation of what that means. Our market is definitely changing. We've been talking about that. There's no doubt we're in a shifting market. We're seeing the pressure being put on the homes that are on the market. We're seeing more and more inventory coming on the market, and that's causing some changes in the rate of sales, in the prices that homeowners are receiving. And then on top of that, you add this nuance, and it's not really a nuance, but the new changes to how real estate is being handled from a structure standpoint, where we've decoupled the compensation for agents, and everything in our industry feels like it's different. And it happened very quickly. And I can tell you that most of the professionals out there are still trying to figure out the best way to handle this, to explain it to the consumer, to navigate everything. And everyone's taking a little different approach. And so it's really a take it day by day to see how we're going to shift and pivot to work best with each other and going forward in our industry. So if you're curious about what we are doing at RES Luxury Group, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to talk to you about our take on things, but I also want you to know that we are keeping a watchful eye as well, because if we need to make any changes, we certainly will. But today I just really want to talk to you about where I see kind of the standout changes from July to August, and again, let you put your own spin of interpretation to that and determine maybe what we have on the horizon. It may also help to put in perspective what you're hearing in the media, because I know there's a lot of media out there, and a lot of times it's a national viewpoint of real estate, which is different than our local. So I want to give you the local and let you plug that into what you're hearing and what you're understanding elsewhere. So let me share my screen so you can see the market stats. So the first thing I want to point out to you here is when you look at the very first price range of 100,000 and less. As of August 31st, we had 29 active listings, 124 sold in the last 6 months, which represents 1.4 months of inventory. Very strong, low inventory situation still in these lower price points. 87,450 being the median listing price, 77,000 being the median selling price. Now, median, of course, means it's right smack in the middle of everything. But what's interesting about that is that median list price to median selling price represents an 88.05% list to sales ratio. That's a very low compared to what we had been seeing. 41 days on the market and 9 expired listings in the last 6 months. So let's just jump back to July and let's see how those numbers compare. So here we have 16 active listings in that 100,000 or less, and we just said over here we had 29 That's an 80%, 81% increase in active listings. Then we look at months of supply. So of course months of supply was half of what it is now because the listings were so much lower. 85,000 median list price, 78,000 median selling price, and that's 91, almost 92% list to sales ratio compared to the 88 we just looked at. 40 days on the market, very similar, and 10 homes expired. So the big things are list to sales ratio went down, active inventory went up, and months of supply went up. I think all of that does make sense because, of course, if we have more options for buyers, less homes selling, our months of supply, of course, is going to be higher, and you would expect that the homes that are on the market are probably having to make price improvements in order to be the ones that sell. So value is always a thing that buyers are going to be looking at, and we are certainly seeing improving values in the marketplace because those are the most motivated sellers that are looking to get their homes sold. So something to bear in mind. The next one I want to talk about in the change theme is the 350 to 400 price point. So let's look again at our chart here. We have the 350,000 to 399.9 and 142 active homes on the market as of, oh, I'm on July right now. Let's go back to August. We're going to look at August first because that's the most current. So 350 to 399.9, 169 homes active on the market, 212 sold in the last 6 months, almost 5 months of inventory. Now bear in mind, 6 months of inventory is our balanced market. So it's even dynamic between buyers and sellers. So right there, even at that 350, we are almost at 5 months of inventory. Again, increasing inventory. 385 being the median listing price, 375 median selling price, and a 97, almost 97.5% list to sales ratio. 64 days on the market. We see the days on market a little higher, and 56 homes expired off the market. Most of the time, the expired listings are rolling back into active inventory, and usually they're expiring because of price, condition, or both combined. So again, what we have here is the active inventory is up by 27 new homes on the market from July, and that's a 20% increase. That's a pretty good sizable increase. And then we look at, again, the similar dynamics with more months of supply, but still in this price range, we still have a good list to sales ratio. 97-98% is what we have been seeing average. So if we're still in that territory, that's still a good place to be, even with the rising inventory. The last thing I want to show you is our median price. So our median price actually dropped from July to August. Now I'm going to tell you yet again the same theme is when we look at July, we had 1,523 homes active on the market. Our median price was $274,000, and our inventory went up to 1,588, almost 1,600 homes on the market, and our median price went down to $270. Same correlation there that we just looked at in those other two price sectors. When the inventory is coming up and we have less buying activity, the homes that sell are the best values, so we're seeing the prices slightly adjusting downward. So even in the overall viewpoint, that's what we're seeing. So that's really the highlights for August. We know that it's being projected that we'll have some interest rate cuts here this month in September, mid-September. That will spur some extra excitement and activity in the market. So I think keep a positive mindset. That's good for both buyers and sellers. So it's wonderful to hear. We're looking forward to seeing that. And just stay positive. You know, we are finishing up the third quarter of the year. We're headed into what I expect to be a great fourth quarter. The holidays, some really nice, happy things to be feeling good about. So I hope that this leaves you in a good place and with some good valuable information. And as always, if you have any questions for me, anything you'd like to discuss or talk about, I'm just a phone call away, 794-1426, or you can call me on my cell phone, 352-476-3303. I'm Ruth Squires with eXp Realty, RES Luxury Group, where we bring you white glove service and red carpet treatment because your satisfaction is our guarantee. Have a great day.